You want to get into backpack hunting? Here are 4 things I really wish I would have known when I started. What's going on, guys? My name's Josh Kirshner. Welcome to the Dialed In Hunter YouTube channel, and thanks for tuning into the video. Today we're going to be talking about backpack hunting, man. Backpack hunting is one of my ultimate passions. I've been backpack hunting now for about 10 years. I do it all across the Western United States, and the more I do it, well, the more I want to do it, okay? But it hasn't always been like that. When I first started out, even before I started backpack hunting, I remember telling myself that I didn't want to ever do it. Okay, it just seemed like way too much to deal with. Obviously, that was my ignorance on the topic. I kind of stuck with it and kept learning a little bit here and there. And the more that I learned, the more comfortable I became. And eventually, I did end up going on my first backpack hunt. And I remember waking up that first morning. I've written about this before, but I woke up that first morning and I was like, wow, I need more of this in my life. And I didn't even shoot a deer on that trip, but on the way back to the truck, I had a giant smile on my face and I could not wait to do my next backpack hunt. So what I want to do here is I really want to lay out 4 things that I wish I would have known when I started backpack hunting. Okay, I think there is a learning curve to all this, both on the physical side and the mental side of things. So I think the more that you know, the more prepared you are, the better equipped you're going to be to go on your first backpack hunt. All right, number 1. There is a lot of gear involved in backpack hunting. You see it all over the internet, social media. Gear is coming out of people's ears, mine included. Okay, I love gear, it's fun. But I think a common misconception around all this gear talk is that you need to spend a fortune in order to go on a backpack hunt, which is so far from the truth, it's not even funny. So what I want to point out here is that you can absolutely go on a budget. You can buy used gear from hunting forums, backpacking classified ads online. You don't have to buy hunting specific backcountry gear. Obviously, I think it's important to support hunting companies, but if it's a matter of you going backpack hunting and not going backpack hunting, get the thing that's going to allow you to go backpack hunting, okay? Something to keep in mind, that the areas you do not want to skimp on, okay, are the backpack and the boots. A subpar backpack or boots, those 2 items right there, they can really make your hunt miserable. On the boot front, you really want to make sure your sizing is on par. You want to make sure that you actually try boots on before you get them into the field. When you go try boots on, bring a pair of socks with you that you plan on wearing in the field to get a more accurate feel on how things are going to work. Also, I would strongly consider, especially if you're looking into like higher end boots, most higher end boots, for some reason, they don't have an insole that is as high end as the boot itself. Okay, so I think they're thinking behind that is they want to they're thinking that our feet are so different that you're probably going to buy an aftermarket insole anyway. So that is something I would strongly suggest considering, is buying an aftermarket insole. It's going to make the boot feel way better, and your feet are going to feel better in the end. So consider that stuff. On the backpack side of things, same thing. You want to make sure you try on the backpacks before you take it into the field. When you try on a backpack, try it on with weight in it. 30, 40 pounds is great. All of the backpacks out there will feel great with no weight in them. Okay, so if you really want to feel how it's going to feel, you need to put weight in the backpack, all right? Because not only do you need to, it's going to carry everything that you need, your camp, food, everything for your trip, but it's also what's going to carry out your hard-earned game meat with your camp, okay? So it needs to have an adequate suspension system with an adjustable torso length on there. If that stuff isn't dialed on the pack, you're going to be in a world of hurt, man. I've been there. Number 2 is distance. Don't let big miles scare you, okay? You can get anywhere with brakes, All right. If you want to get like 10 miles in there, you can absolutely do that. Take breaks along the way, feel yourself along the way. You are way more capable than you think you are. At the same time, all right, what I just said, the whole going in deep 10 miles for 10 days gets romanticized a lot. All right. Don't feel like you have to go in deep in order to go on a backpack hunt. All right. A lot of country gets overlooked in the 1 to 3 mile range. Okay. I've been backpack hunting a while. Okay. I have some backcountry camps that are 1 mile in. Okay. And guess what? I don't see anybody. All right. These are mainly areas where like I'm parking off the side of the road and just hiking in a mile. And I operate there for a couple days, and then maybe I hike in further from there. But it's mainly just for strategy when I'm talking about only going in for like a mile, because ultimately I'm gonna get to sleep where I'm hunting pretty much, and I'm never gonna be late. Okay, so backpack hunting is not just this thing where it's like, yes, I want to go on this experience, this backcountry hunt. It's also a strategy, and I use that quite a bit, man, because hiking in every morning and hiking out every night, that takes time, and I do that stuff, okay? But if you pack in a little bit and set up shop, you're going to get more sleep, okay, and you're never going to be late to your glassing spot, okay? So both ends of that, what I just talked about, like, please, like, don't feel like you have to go in deep. But also, if you do want to go in deep, like, don't let those big miles scare you. You can take the whole day to get there, or you can take multiple days to get there. Even I'm planning a trip right now where we're gonna probably cover around 30 miles. Okay, and upstairs like 30 miles. Oh my goodness, that sounds crazy. Okay, but we're gonna do it throughout a week. Okay, so setting up several camps along the way. So just another thing to keep in mind when you're out in the planning phase of backpack hunting. Number 3 is going to be the importance of having a layering system that can handle a wide range of situations. Okay, and this is important on several fronts. The first being that in the backcountry, you never know what's going to happen in terms of weather. I mean, in the mountains, weather can change really fast, and you need to make sure that you're prepared for that. So having a system that all works together that can keep you cool when it's warm, warm when it's cold, and dry when it is wet out is going to be incredibly beneficial to you as a backcountry hunter. When you're on backpack hunts, you don't have the luxury of bringing all of this extra clothing with you just in case, right? So this leads me to another point about having a quality layering system is not only are you going to be operating more efficiently just in a wide range of situations, but you're not going to have to carry as many clothing items with you. So if you have a kit that all works together, all right, everything serves a purpose. You're not going to have these just-in-case items in your backpack, which ultimately means that your backpack is going to be much lighter if you invest some time and obviously money into a quality layering system. And so a layering system, to me, I'll just lay out like a basic foundation, okay, is going to be down below. It's like undies, pants. Okay, if it's colder out, I usually go undies, base layer bottoms, a merino base layer bottom, then pants. Up top, thin layer of merino as a base layer, little bit thicker layer merino as a second layer, or a grid fleece to act as a mid layer. Insulation over the top, which is like a puffy jacket, and then your rain gear. Okay, that is a basic outline of a layering system that can get you through a wide range of situations. And I think it's something that you absolutely need to take seriously if you really want to get into backpack hunting. Number 4, food is fuel. Just like your clothing, okay, when you're on a backpack hunt, the food that you have is the food that you have. You don't have the luxury of just driving to a restaurant at the end of the day of hunting, all right? You need to make sure that you have an adequate amount of calories with you to keep you going day after day and operating at your fullest potential out there. The way that I figured this out for me is because honestly, like, I'm betting most people that I ask, hey, how much food do you need in a day? Most people probably can't answer that, you know, and I think when you're in that area mentally, you will have a tendency to pack too much food with you, okay? Because you're worried about getting hungry. I totally understand that. But if you take the time to actually figure out how much food you really do need, you know that when you're going on into the backcountry, you're going to have what you need, and that's that. The way that I figured this out is I went out on day scouting trips, and I would intentionally bring too much food with me, and I would keep a log of what I would eat throughout the day, because just like I just said, I was kind of worried about getting hungry because I didn't know how much I truly needed out there. Okay. So I kept a little journal on how much food I ate throughout the day. Was I how hungry was I full? Did I get headaches? Did I feel energized? That type of stuff. I try to keep notes on that. And after doing that a few times, I figured out, it seems that this amount of calories is what makes me feel good, right? So that's what I went with for a while. So in the beginning, the calories amount that I would bring with me was 2,500 calories. Now, as I got older, my backpack hunts grew in both duration and distance. That number changed, and I remember being in the field and bumming food off of my buddies because I didn't have enough with me per day because I was stuck on that 2,500 calorie a day thing. So I needed to reassess. All right. Nowadays, what I'm shooting for is like 3,500-ish calories. That number right there, I don't always eat everything in my bag, but I never eat all of it and am left hungry. Okay, so for me, that's what works. For you, we're all a little bit different on the food front. I got a couple friends that, they don't eat really that much the first half of the day, and that's totally fine. It's all about knowing your body and what you need to function at your fullest potential out there in the backcountry. So take some time to really figure out, calorie count, but also on the food front, like, what do you like to eat? Okay, because you might bring enough calories with you that you need, but maybe the stuff that you brought with you is stuff that you're just not really into eating. Okay, you need to make sure that the stuff that you're bringing with you, you actually are going to want to eat it. All right, because I promise you, if you go out there and you don't eat enough, I have seen this, man. I just saw it recently. I went on a scouting trip. Buddy came with me. He did not bring nearly enough food and ended up throwing up at the end of the day and was in bad shape, headache, and that's what can happen, man. So learn your food. Food is fuel. Eat when you're supposed to eat, and eat enough while you're out in the field. There you go, guys. 4 things that I wish I would have known when I first started backpack hunting. I really hope that was helpful. I want to know what you think, though, man. If you're an experienced backpack hunter and you're watching this, drop down below in the comments, what do you wish you would have known when you first started backpack hunting? And if you're new to all this, you're a brand new backcountry hunter, if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comments and I will answer them to the best of my abilities. We're at the end of the year here. Happy holidays. Hunts are getting planned for 2025. I know I've been planning like a madman, and I cannot wait to share those adventures with you. If you liked the video, please hit thumbs up. If you like the channel, please hit subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next video.